My name is Mark Johnston with the YouTube channel Secret Weapons, and I'm here today with Little Box Effects to talk about the Benson Germanium Boost in this exclusive blue sparkle finish. This is one of my favorite pedals of all time, and I'm not kidding. This is my original Benson Boost that I got on release, and it has been on the vast majority of pedal boards I have ever built. And I want to explain why, but also why it's so much more than just that. The Germanium Boost is a fascinating pedal. It is a single germanium transistor kind of made to work in this very unique way that you don't typically associate with germanium-based pedals. It does not overdrive, it does not clip. It is set up to be a self-biasing, incredibly flat, wide, high headroom, and clean and consistent boost pedal. At noon, you get unity volume, but with this really amazing, subtle color, saturation, and punch that the germanium offers for the signal. One of the really interesting things is you can turn that dial down and get the exact same responsiveness but quieter, or turn it up and get that exact same responsiveness but louder. There is no shift in the balance of the EQ. There is no shift in the saturation or the gain beyond just pure volume adjustment that feels very consistent. That very musical saturation and punch is really effective on guitar, as is to be expected. So let's go ahead and give that a listen right now. But here's the thing, we talked about the fact that it has an incredibly wide, flat frequency response rate, not massive low cuts or treble boosts. It's saturated and colored, but consistent, which makes it a really effective tool in a bass rig. So let's go ahead and listen to it on bass. Okay, but here's where things get really interesting. I've already tipped my hand that I have 2 of these now, and I have found that that color and saturation and analog warmth and punch that the germanium offers is a secret weapon, an incredible tool in adding kind of like warmth and analog clarity to digital instruments. I mentioned earlier that I use these with the quad cortex all the time because I think having this out in front offers something more musical and real sounding to an entirely digital rig. But what I want to do in this video is take these as a stereo pair, put them in the send and return in my DAW, and reamp both Moog's synth bass and my actual kind of like full stereo drum bus through a pair of these to kind of take digital instruments in my DAW, things recorded with MIDI, and print them with analog warmth and saturation. Let's give that a listen. So basically what we're going to do from here is we'll mute the synth bass track, make sure that we have our send set to pre-fader, which basically means that this audio goes out the line level regardless of what's happening with the kind of like main fader down below. We will then record enable our return, set to inputs 1 and 2 up here, as you can see. And then if we want to be able to hear just that audio specifically, we will solo the bass bus, which is where this is kind of playing out to. And now you can hear. And so by record enabling, let's go ahead and actually just delete the old take just for the fun of it. And now when we play back, we'll turn off the germanium boosts. Even if we take them down to unity. And then we just print it by simply playing the track through. And just by doing that process, we now have the original. There's some great sizzle and texture by just kind of pushing these a little bit harder than that. And that exact same workflow gets us to our drums as well. Let's go ahead, hide that MIDI track, bring back in. The way that I did the drums for this one was I have the original drums that I wrote. So let's go ahead and mute up all of our drums and unmute these. I decided I wanted to process the kit and the cymbals separately with the Germanium Boost. And so what I did was, as you can see if I expand these 3 MIDI drum programs out, I have the full kit in this top one, just the kit in this, or just the cymbals in this one. Unmute. I guess unsolo. And then just the kit. And so same workflow down here. I have my line outs from both the drum cymbals and the drum kit to the reamps of the germanium drums and the germanium cymbals. So if we go in here and we listen, you can hear the original kit. And then let's listen to the kind of like tom fill towards the end here. Let's snap so everything is perfect. Obviously you can hear there's more punch to it. There's a little bit more of a like a woody, almost earthy tone to those drums, which I really, really dig. So if you kind of listen to the track without the reamp, yeah, that's why I really like the Germanium Boost on everything. So this is a bunch of what I love about the Benson Germanium Boost. I also am a firm believer that this is the best looking color it comes in. I love this so much. It's going to be on every board forever because it's gorgeous. Little Box, thank you for letting me talk about this. And for those of you watching, if you want to see more from this video or other content like it, I have an expanded version of this video where we dive into how I set up my DAW and how I wired my desk to be able to reamp stuff through these pedals over on my channel, link down below. Until next time, thanks for watching.